Welcome back to ATL Day Ones. I am Tenitra. That is Jarvis. And we are the guys that you guys are getting close to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we want to thank you for that. We
Yes.
appreciate the subscriptions, the listening, the support with your likes and your follows. Keep doing it and keep letting everybody else know about this podcast that you love that's talking all about ATL sports. But if you go and check us out on the audio side, wherever you get all of your podcasts, give us a 5-star review there because then everybody else will want to know what in the world is my boy giving a 5-star review for or my girl giving a 5-star review for, and then they can check it out for themselves. But we appreciate you guys rocking with us as always. And if you've been rocking with us from day one, you know that we are two people who are excitable about Atlanta sports. We tell the truth when it's a hard pill to swallow, but when we need to give flowers and it's time, we do just that. So Jarvis has coined a phrase that I want you guys to repeat after me. The Braves are undefeated in the month of June. You know you like hearing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. What else is
So
there?
Jarvis coined it. I love it. So we're going to keep saying it until we can't say it anymore. And hopefully we get to say that all the way through the month of June, if we were so lucky. But anywho, it does feel good to be able to say that the Braves are undefeated in June, that they have a 5-game win streak, that they are above 500 for the first time since the first week of the season. That's exciting because we've been talking about so many ups and downs and kind of waiting for this talented squad to really show and prove. And you can say that, hey, they kind of did it on their West Coast swing against subpar teams, blah, blah, blah. But you know what,
Yep.
Jarvis? You have to get on that field or on that baseball diamond or at that plate, and you still have to show and prove against the worst of them, just like you do against the best of them. And the Braves did just that, ended their West Coast swing on a nice note, an 8-7 win against the Rockies. But not just that, I almost felt like he was teeing up and gearing up to take on his old team come Tuesday back at Truist
Right.
Park. Matt
hmm
Olson had himself a day.
Wow. And I've been having conversation with people because, I just talking to different Braves fans in the streets,
Mhm.
so to speak.
Yes.
And, a lot of people have brought up the fact that, Freddie Freeman, oh yeah, Freddie Freeman doing this thing. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Freddie gonna be Freddie. Like that's
Yeah.
consistent. And Matt Olson got off to a really hot start and then he
Yeah.
kind of got in the slump. But
And he
but
cooled off.
now,
Love
but oh
it.
now, but oh now, those extra base hits, yeah, he's tops in the league. He's up there with a lot of familiar names in the league as far as extra base hits. And I
Mm-hmm.
think we're starting to see now those extra base hits are turned into home runs.
Home runs. Yeah.
And I think once Matt Olson gets rolling like he is as of late, like he has
Mhm.
as of late, I think
Mhm.
the Braves are going to be a scary team. And T, I got to bring up my boy Michael Harris been doing his thing, and
Yeah.
nephew Ronald Cooney, he goes 4 for
Mhm.
5. He
Yes.
gets three singles and a home run, and he's doing LeBron coming across the play. I was like, yes, make everybody mad when you hit
Yeah.
home runs. I'm all for that because
Exactly.
my Twitter
Haters.
name used to be Petty Monger, so I have to live up to that moniker because I'm a professional now. I had to take it down,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
still lives in me wholeheartedly. That's for sure. But I think it's hard not to get excited when you start to see some consistency from this team,
Right.
right? I know they're playing the Colorado Rockies. I totally get it. But you have to do it, right? You still have
Yeah.
to go out there and prove that they are a bad team. And that's
Right.
exactly what the Braves were able to do. And like I said, a 5-game winning streak, this is
Mhm.
something that I definitely want to see them continue to do.
Yeah. And it's something to where, and I just want to quote this, Jarvis, because I thought it was interesting to share because we were talking Matt Olson, right? And
Right.
post game, he said, quote, I think everybody in here knows the talent that's in here and the type of team that we have with everything that was accomplished last year, said of the defending World Series champions. And Olson went on
hmm
to say, it feels like we're starting to get on that roll. Jarvis, that's nothing that you and I and everyone else hasn't talked about. We've always acknowledged that the talent was there. We were
hmm
just looking for this team to, on a consistent basis, put it together night in and night out. Or if one aspect of the game wasn't rolling the right way, that there would be a pickup in another area. So, say for
Right.
example, yes, the Rockies scored 7 last night, right? So,
hmm
yeah, you didn't maybe get the greatest out of your pitching staff, if you will, but it was okay because your bats made up for
They
that.
picked them up, picked each other up.
Correct.
Yes.
Your defense made up for that. So that's what we were looking for. And we've seen it across a stretch of 5 games, right? So
hmm
that's what we were looking for. Not a one off here where, yeah, we had a complete game for the Braves for one game. But then here we go again with one, two, if not three games in a row where we're not seeing the consistency in this team because there were defensive blunders like we were seeing just way too often, last week. Or you'll have something like pitching going out of control in the first inning
Right.
because you're giving up 3 runs and Braves country would kind of sit back and say, wow, Charlie Morton just gave up 3 runs in the first inning. We're done here. But
Yep.
when you can sit back and say, well, wait a minute, no, let's get him to the second inning. Let's see what that command looks like. Okay, he's getting his command back in order. I think we're going to be good here. Or your
Hmm.
bats take over and say, no, we're good because the bats are going to take over. And defensively, we're going to do everything that we're supposed to do. We're going to understand the assignment. I think that's also, Jarvis, where our excitement comes from, not just the wins, but the consistency that had to take place in all aspects of the game to get you to a point of 5 straight wins and moving over 500.
Yeah, I think that the key right there you said is the aspect, all aspects of the game, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
there are going to be times when those one of those aspects aren't going to just have it that night,
Right.
and the other aspects have to take over. When I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about defense, pitching,
Yes.
and the bats, and the bats have
Yes.
been amazing as of late. Like you said, you had a
Mm-hmm.
little hiccup with Charlie Morton, I mean, because he has struggles,
Mm-hmm.
when guys just gonna get on base. That's
Yes.
what we have to just get
Right.
used to when Charlie
Right.
Morton's on the mound. Guys are going to get on base, and he's going to have to figure out a way to get out of it.
Figure
And
it out.
more than likely, it's going to be
Yes.
one inning, one
Yep.
half inning
Right.
that they're going to score. They're going to
Right.
score some runs, and more than likely, he's going to settle down. As the
Yeah.
game goes along. So I think that you start to see though that aspect of it, and I think that's the thing that you want to see them continue to do. Like I said, they got the
It
A's coming up here, at home
is.
here in
Yeah.
Atlanta, starting tomorrow. And hey, the A's aren't a good team,
Right.
and I think Matt Olson, he shouldn't have any animosity because hey, you guys traded me. I appreciate you putting me in a different type of
Right.
situation, but it's your former team, so hey, I'm looking
Yeah.
for a big game from Mr. Olson.
Me too. I absolutely am because I thought to myself, how cool is this that he's coming off of the kind of game he had against the Rockies, coming home, and you're playing against your former team. And hey, all of us, even if we walked away with a little bit of love, you got a little chip on your shoulder, and sometimes you just like to show a little something, something. And
Indeed.
also, I think it's going to be good that we get to see Kyle right on the mound tomorrow night. Exciting. He's for the most part, just been lights out and consistent. Been
Right.
consistent. Ian
Exactly.
Anderson, well, we still haven't seen the Ian Anderson we
Yeah.
want to see, but
Yeah.
hopefully in game 2, he'll give us the better part of him. But yeah, when we come back, we're going to keep rolling through Atlanta sports. And yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA Finals. But we're really going to talk about some rumblings in the jungle that might actually affect our Hawks. And some of this came from what we saw last night and what we heard. So if you want to hear more about it, come back on the other side. For the Culture, it is ATL Day Ones. We'll see you on the other side.